Okay, so I'm getting ready for US data, which is out in about 5 minutes. One of the things I want to do, one of my apprentices has actually chosen ZS as his instrument to trade during the 40-week apprenticeship. So I'm just going to look at a reaction to data for there, also looking at gold as well. Quite a lot of support down here, but if it breaks, it could be a nice little move, depending on the data, of course. Let me just get a few things ready. Okay. So this is a first test for me. I'm streaming live on Twitch, YouTube, and X. So I'm just testing the technology, really. Wanted to know how to actually, invite copy link, general chat. Okay. Okay. Hey, Richard, how you doing? So just testing this restream technology where I can go on to YouTube, Twitch, and X all at the same time, which is pretty cool. Just going to hang around for the data, really. As I said, I've got a new apprentice. He's chosen ZS Soybean as his instrument. And we did some work yesterday on a session. I just want to see how he reacts to this unemployment claims data today. And then obviously I'm just going to look at gold here, but gold is dropping. Yeah, good. Thank you. I had a good game of golf this morning. Shot under 80 actually, so very good day. Still getting back into the groove after getting back to Dubai, but I will probably be okay after the weekend. I want to do more of these live sessions around data, or even just setting up charts. So we've got about 4 minutes left. We are going quite strong down here on here. What I just want to do is add the manager to this. I want to see on it's down here. I want to just look at this volume. The manager. Okay. Apply. It'll take a second to apply there. Okay, yeah, higher than average volume. Got about 6 minutes left. Tools. New order tickets. So I've been away again for 3 weeks. It's resetting all this NinjaTrader up on my computer in Dubai as well. So I'm just going to do a little bit of this in sim today. I'm not going to trade live. So this is gold futures. Oh, 1 to 7, very nice. Got about 3 minutes left. This is pushing down already. Somebody knows something. Reverse long gold, to be honest, there's not a great deal of trading opportunities except for the downside here for gold. One thing you've got to be cautious of with these data reactions, you need fresh air to trade into. And with the Guardian zones here, we've got a 15-minute zones, 60-minute zones here. We have pushed down through here. There's quite a lot of fresh air down to this sort of 3070 level. There could be a nice trade if it breaks this very, very thin 15-minute level. Just want to go back, see where that comes from, all the way back there. So what I might do is get a stop market order ready for 3093.6. Depending on where we are, just going into the data. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to put the stop limit order to buy at 3074.7 before I do that. So again, I'm just going to show you how to do this on Sim. So stop limit, I'm looking now, I want to buy at 3074.4. So I'm going to put 3074.4 there and 3074.2. I'm just going to go one contract, it's fine.
Order submitted.
Oops. Okay, hang on, got the wrong way around. So I want to go 2 there, 4 there. Apologies, but still very tired and jet lagged.
Order submitted.
So that's a profit target. So I need to get that stop market order on really quickly. We said breaking there would be a 3093.6. 3093.6. We're going to sell here.
Order submitted.
So basically what we've done is I'll put the stop on it after there. So that's the data's come out now. So we're looking for a data reaction within a minute or so, really, because other than that, there's no reaction because a lot of the algorithms will, in fact, go for it pretty quickly. A reversal through this support and resistance zone doesn't give us a great deal of fresh air at this point. It wouldn't be a great trade. More interested in the short here because the bias depth heat map is all red. So the bias on 6 different time frames is all red. We're all red on the correlations here on the trading buddy. We've got a negative correlation between GC and 6E, so gold and euro, which isn't normal, to be honest. We've got a positive correlation with gold and ES, again, not normal. GC and ZB negative correlation, that's normal. What we've got to consider at this moment in time is tariffs, okay, and the reactions to that in global markets as well. So, you know, we've just got to be a little bit cautious on these correlations and see that normal behaviors may change. And that's one thing we should always consider with those. So if this was to go in here, the risk to reward really, if I look at a fib extension, I'm going to go just above this candle entry here. Risk reward is about 1 to 1. Okay, so that's in. So I need to put a stop in there now. So let me just do that. So with this on the open positions, to just put a stop in there. Again, I'm on Sim. I'm not doing this live. I am going to go apply an ATM strategy. I've already got one pre-done. It's called ATM 1. I just need to adjust that stop there and just there. And I need to just cancel that.
Order canceled.
Okay, I just want to make sure that works, because and then I can get rid of this limit order. So I'm just going to apply that ATM again. Move that quickly out of the way. Move that down to there, out of the way, and cancel this one I put in. I put that one in, that limit, just in case it moved really quickly. Okay, so that's where I want to potentially take that profit. I've got my stop there. The manager is on day trading moderate. So this is quite, you know, the ribbon is a long way away. It's red. It's, you know, it's a nice looking trade. We can go more aggressive with an EMA for that trailing stop, but I just want to see where we go with this. I'm on the 10-minute time frame. We're through 30 ticks so far. I think if I get through 35 ticks, I'd want to make this risk-free because it's got to go. It's got to run and go. I don't want it to pull back because obviously there's quite a bit of risk in there from 111.6 down to 93. That's a big risk here. We are going for that data reaction. It has reacted pretty well. We've got the bias depth heat map, which is all 6 time frames are green. If I just go like that, you can see them all red, sorry, there. So this is a good looking trade. We'd want this volume to pick up during this 10-minute period. We've got 6 minutes left on this period. So with the manager, what we're looking for here is, at the moment, it's a down candle. It's a cyan candle. The previous candle was red, so it had more volume than that, the previous one here. What we want now to see if momentum's moving is when this candle closes to get a red candle, because then it's a distribution candle. It's got more sellers than this previous candle, so it's a really strong sort of downward move. At the moment, it's still cyan because that volume is still below. We just tucked on 30 ticks there, 3 points. Once I get through 35, we're at 45 ticks now. So what I'm going to do is make it risk-free. Okay, I'm going to a few ticks below, just to make sure I cover any costs. We're at 48 ticks right now, so that's reasonable amount of profit. $500 profit right now. $530. We can see there. 550. We're looking for a big runner here. We can lock in more profits. Again, if we go through 70 ticks, remember we went through 35 to go risk-free. If we go down through 70 ticks, we can lock in some more profit. We can lock in around 30 ticks profit there. So we'll go to 390.6. Very close there, 390.6 there. We're locking in 30 ticks now. That's pretty good. So we threw 80. So we could lock in 40 ticks. 0.6. Candle's gone red. More volume coming in on this one. So we're locking in 40 ticks right now for this trade. We've got to be quite aggressive at this point because it could rebound at any time, and we need to be locking in. So we're locked in $400 profit right now, which is really good. If it bounces back and takes us out, that's fine, not a problem.
Stop failed.
Okay, we're out $400. Okay, so after fees, $385 and a bit of slippage. So that's a basic trade that we would play around data. A lot of it, gold is very reactive to data, so this is why I use gold a lot. With the trading buddy, we understand that, and this is live now, but when the guys go to do the description and everything, and people watching the recording, we'll put the links down there for the trading buddy. The bias depth heat map, the guardian zones. The guardian zones are these automated support resistance zones. It gives us a chance to understand where that fresh air is. The trading buddy is fantastic. It's got the correlations on there. For me, we're all negative. All the indexes are negative. It doesn't matter which way they're going as long as the correlations are all going the same direction. For me, we've got strong correlations on here with gold, the euro, gold and ES, gold and ZB. So behavior wise, everything's behaving very, very well, and normally got good solid correlations. We understand when that data's coming out. The bias depth heat map is all red. We're only looking for a shorts. There's nothing above that really like, and we get in that trade, we get the stop on. As soon as we go through 35 ticks, something like that, 30 ticks, we need to make it risk free. Again, when you double that to 70 ticks, let's lock in 30, which we did. We went through 80 ticks, let's lock in 40. and then we got took out of that trading stop and we made $400 very, very quickly. I mean, we're only at 8:38 now. The data came out at 8:30. The trade was probably only in around about 5 minutes, and that's the sort of play which is, that's the sort of thing we're looking at. One other thing, I just want to look at this ZS now. I want to see if there was a big reaction here. A decent trade now would be a short at 1006, because we try to push through this big support zone here. And this is a confluence zone of 60 and 15 minute. If I just take the 15 minute off, you can see the 60 there, take the 60 off, we've got 30. So we've got real strong support there. And then it came in just before data. We're coming back down again. So a sensible trade here would be at 1006. Okay, let's just get ZS on there. 1006 dead. Let's go 1005.75. 1005.75. Stock market sell. Yes. So sensibly would be below this pivot. Okay, we gapped up, we gapped down for the open this today. We hit that confluence of support. We've gone sideways and we've come back down again. We've tried to push through there. So soybean price struggling right now. All 6 time frames are red on the bias depth heat map. We sensibly going below that pivot. Stop wise, we would probably be just above this pivot here, 109.25. So if you want to work out the risk reward, I can do that by eye. But if I just do that here on the fib extensions, stop at 1009.25, entry 1005.75. We got a 1 to 2 risk reward there. So really, really great looking trade set up there, because we've got that fresh air to trade into. We've got that confirmation here. For me, the signal really is it's broken down through this confluence of support. If it can then break this pivot, we're in for a decent looking trade. So I'm going to leave that on and see how that goes. Let's move that out of the way. Remove. Okay. Okay, let me just pull up another. Just want to check something. Okay. Got any questions from the floor? This is just a quick test on this live stream or YouTube. On Restream. It's also going on to Twitch and on to X for now. Got to sort out Facebook. So any questions in the chat? If you're watching on YouTube or wherever, get those questions in. I'm not doing a long session today. I just wanted to understand how this technology worked. What I want to do now is try and do sort of 2-3 live sessions a week. And some of that may be trading, some of that may be just some technical analysis, using the technology that we have for xBrat, but really just try and get more lives. Very difficult for me to do webinars at certain times of the day. It's easier for me to just to hop on live whenever I can. I'll probably be using this, the Trading Buddy, the Guardian Zones, and the Biostep heat map quite regularly. But I want to start to introduce some of the strategies that we have as well with the VWAP Predator and that sort of thing. Okay, so we'll give it 5 more minutes. So we did pull back on this, and then we came down again. Longer term, it could be quite good. I want to get some more chart sets set up because I've just been away for 3 weeks. So my chart sets are all over the place right now. Do you see copper coming down? So bear with me a second. I want to duplicate in a new tab. I want to change that to copper. Let's just let it populate for a little bit, purely because I do see copper on another chart set entering a big support zone there. If it can break there, that would be really, really cool. Short at 48525 would be very good. All 6 time frames are red on the buy step heat map. Stop just above there. We've got about 1 to 1.5. That looks pretty good. Get the ticket. Copper. HG, we want to be 48520. 48520. Sell.
Yeah. Order submitted.
Okay, so risk reward wise, we will be around about 1 to 1. It's not bad. If this goes in, got to be very aggressive with the trailing stop. Remove. Okay, rejecting there at the moment. Okay, am I interested in the reversal right now? Probably not. On another day when I've got more time, I would probably like if I get a high. So again, reversal's not on until this candle closes. This 10-minute candle, it's got just over 5 minutes left. The reversal would be on if I got a rejection of the lows with a with higher volume. At this moment, it's a cyan candle. Let me see if I can find an example of that. So this is a rejection of the highs here on this particular candle. Higher than average volume with that dot up above, and it's red, so it's more volume than the previous candle. So that's a good rejection type candle there for that reversal, which you see came down at this point here. If I'm looking for a reversal long here, because you see the buy step T map is all mixed, and when we get that reversal there, I need to see this candle close. It's got higher than average volume, that's brilliant, but it needs to close either with a hammer, red or green, so it's got more volume than the previous candles. So something like that, but red, which it is now, that's a good indication that there could be a really nice reversal on there. So a rejection of the lows are higher than average volume, more volume than the previous candle. I would put a stop buy at 48790, really aggressive there for that reversal. But the candle needs to close. So let's wait for that candle to close. We have 4 minutes left. You see the clock here on the Trading Buddy. We'll see how that closes. So any questions on what I just talked about there, just put it in the chat and I can answer it if you wish. I don't know. I haven't actually checked on YouTube. Let me just see. I haven't even checked it's working. I think it is because Richard, you're there on YouTube. I just need to turn down the volume there so I don't hear it. Okay. Excellent. That's working on YouTube. Massive rejection so far of those lows. We still got some time left. You got 3 minutes. Anything can happen in 3 minutes in trading, just to be aware. But that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to get the order ticket ready just in case. 48790 for a buy. But that is a very nice rejection of the lows there. What's the? I mean, I need to change. Have I got time? Yes. So let's go to indicators. I just want to change these correlations. So HG and gold, HG and oil, and then HG and ZB. So click apply there. Time. Oh, yes. So the correlations are looking very good on this as well. So there's some normal behavior in there. We've had a really good rejection on here. We just need that candle to give us a nice color, whether it's green or red. So we've got increased volume from the previous candle. That's then with the higher than average volume is a really good example of a good rejection of the lows in that support. We need it to then move out. So one of the things we can do is when we look at this sort of extension here, where the stop is, where the start of that is, we've got a massive risk to reward here. So one of the things Zone Trader Pro does is when we look for an entry, we look for an entry aggressive at the 0.23 sort of level. So let's go to properties here and I add some more levels. If I just add 23.6, okay, and just add one more at 38. Apply. So entries for this would be either a sensible entry for a long at this point would be 48845. So that's an aggressive from this rejection. 48845. Because it's already broken this. This rejection is really, really strong. We've got 30 seconds left. That's a sensible entry at that point there. The sell is not on right now. That rejection is very, very good. Let's just let that candle close. It was gray, okay? It needs to be green or red. In this case, gray is an up candle, but it has less volume than there. It was a high volume rejection because it was higher than average volume. So there is, there's an opportunity to go there. And I'm just going to put that on to show you. Now, one thing that concerns me in this, and one thing that was sort of breaking the rules for me, would be that this was a rejection, higher than average volume, but it has less volume than the previous candle. So we can see each one of these red candles has more volume than the previous candles. So there was momentum building there. That was a good rejection there, but I really would have liked that colored green instead of gray, which means there's more volume than this previous candle. But we know we're high. Okay, so that's in. So we just need to put the stop on there now, positions wise. So I'm going to apply an ATM. I'm just going to move that below there. And I'm just going to move that all the way up to there. So it looks like I'm hanging around for a little longer. So again, that entry was the 236 entry that we use for the Zone Trader Pro. Let's remove that. So this is a reversal. It's not ideal. So the correlations were good. We understand that the reversal was in a big confluence support zone, which is good, ticking the box if you like. We have higher than average volume reversal using the manager there, which is good. The only thing that lets it down, it wasn't green. Okay, it was gray, so it has less volume than this previous candle. Not to say it will not work, it's just that we didn't get 4 out of 4. We got 3 out of 4 on our checklist, if you like. Okay. That's pretty good. A little more, and I might make it risk-free. Give it a bit of time. Oh, that's very nice. Needs to go some more though. Okay, well, good. I'm going to make it risk free. Really good. Well, we got 337.50 on one contract. Really good. Just what we got left on this candle, a long way. This could come back down and rejection. The reason why I've been very aggressive with this trailing stop to make it risk free is that issue again, that it wasn't a green candle, it was gray. So I just need to make sure I've got zero risk. Obviously, that trade was $400 on gold that we did on the data play. We're around. We've seen the data's made copper go into this big confluence support and resistance zone. We've seen a good setup for a rejection here. We've gone for a sensible entry, and we are looking pretty good. We're looking. This is quite a good trade. We can start to lock in a bit of profit if we wanted to now. It's a big candle. We look at the average range of some of these candles. That's a big candle. Let me go look at this here. Oh, okay. Let's just be patient and wait. Okay. I don't want to go too aggressive with this. I went aggressive with gold purely because it was that data reaction. Okay. And that was the reason why locking in profits quite quickly as it moved. Here we have that risk-free element. So we've got no risk on the table right now. We've had the rejection on higher than average volume of those lows in that support. So there's a lot of confluence there. What we do, just give it room now. Okay. I don't want to start adjusting that trailing stop too aggressively on this particular type of trade. If that makes sense. Okay. Looking pretty good. What I might try and do next time is, for those on the Discord server, is go live at the same time on one of the voice channels, so we can have a bit of a chat at the same time as well. Obviously, that will be live on YouTube as well, so no swearing, no cussing, all that sort of stuff. But we'll see how that goes. Okay, this is looking pretty good right now. We're talking 475 profit, flattening this trade right now. Obviously, that would give us, we're at 5,375, almost at $1,000 on these two trades, in and around that data, which is really, really good. What we got left on this candle, 3.5 minutes. See how this candle goes. Can't use the manager to manage me. In this instance, I use the manager to understand the behavior. Okay, we have got open at the top of the hour, and oil and copper are very closely correlated. So we usually see a negative correlation during this period, and a positive correlation during the European morning. So I think I'm going to leave it through risk-free now. Let's see what happens. Needs to close near. Don't want it to retrace too far. We've got a 236 retracement from the highs at the moment. That candle it needs to close near the highs, and it needs to close green as well as possible, because another grey candle means it's got even less volume than this one, less in this period compared to the rejection candle. So a green candle here would be beneficial for us, especially going into the oil. Correlation is still positive with oil and copper. We can see that copper is sort of changing a little bit now. We've got that green in there because we are obviously going up, and we've had that reversal, but we're still on that positive correlation there. there is a chat in YouTube and also Twitch. And if anybody makes any comments while I'm live on any of those, whether it's X, Twitch, or YouTube, I will see it on my dashboard and I can answer those questions if you've got any. Okay, 1.5 minutes left. Rejecting those highs quite a lot at the moment. Just a little bit of profit taken from those highs. Not a lot of traders will see that move and just flatten and take out. Those that hold may benefit from that. It just depends what that stampede's like. We've got a 50% retracement now on those from those highs on this particular candle with about 40 seconds left on this candle. So the one profit taken from those highs, which is a sort of a natural herd mentality from traders that are scalping and getting in and out. What you can't predict is what the volume of that sort of profit taking will be, and that obviously could start the stampede back down and those big rejections. So at this moment, we've got about a 50% retracement on the highs from that candle. We've got 8 seconds before it closes. Not a brilliant candle, this one. A period of 10 minutes wasn't brilliant. There's that new candle opening now. What we can do is we can say that we are risk-free. So we've given it room for traders to take their profits, to do what they want to do. We have zero risk right now. Remember at the beginning of this live session, the gold trade made about $400. This one's around 250 at the moment, but we wanted to give this one room. We've already in theory, banked some profit, and we want to give this one a little room because there is a lot of room up to the upside here. And if we got more volume on this reversal, it would run. But at this moment in time, that volume's not coming in. So we're just. Hi, Richard. Yeah. The background of my video is actually my place in Spain. So, okay, we're out. We lost nothing there. We made it risk-free. And again, one of the reasons for this pullback right now is we just didn't get that momentum with volume from that rejection, hence being quite quick to make it risk-free and then giving it enough room. We didn't get a green candle on the rejection. We didn't get a green candle here, which means it's less volume than this previous one. So it's not exactly a fake out, but it's just not a high momentum move. It's going to come back and test that support now. So, it was worth giving it a go. But if we don't get that high volume rejection on higher than average volume, two things there. We could still enter the trade, but we've got to be very aggressive with that risk-free, which we did to keep it safe. Okay, and we'll just see how that ZS is doing. It's going nowhere right now. I'm going to cancel that because I'm not hang around. And then obviously we went on the short on gold, and it came back up to test that support, that resistance zone. That's a confluence zone of 15, 30, and 60. It's a very, very strong zone. It pushed through on data, with that momentum, really good. But then it just ran out of juice, and it's come back to test there right now. What we'll do in future sessions is actually look at these pullbacks, maybe with a slingshot, and combine that BWAC predator to look at some potential moves on smaller time frames after this move back. But for now, I think that was a good test. A couple of decent trades, one break even and one winner, in and around that data series. So again, because this is live, once I stop going live, it will be a recording on YouTube, which is really, really cool. So it saves me making those videos. I just need not to lock up when I'm doing these. So before I go, any more questions from anybody? If not, I am going to get going and finish my day. Okay, nice short session, half an hour, 40 minutes. And I don't want to waffle on. When I do these sessions, they'll only be that long. They're not long. I don't have long trading days. I come in at certain points of the day, do the trades, and get out. And that's what trading should be about. Okay, guys. So thanks for turning up today. Don't forget, if you're watching the recording of this, we're going to put some more links in there for the News Trader Trading Buddy, the buy step team out down at the bottom, and those automated support resistance zones. So have a great rest of your trading day, and I'll speak to you all very soon.